Coming up, this market was absolute chaos.
Mexico!
This hike almost took us out.
I'm not feeling so great. I puked on the...
This is not where you want vehicle problems.
What happened?
We just went through a big hole.
¡Viva la México! Baja Mexico, nice and slow, where every mile steals the show. ¡Viva la México! ¡Viva la México!
In the previous episode, we were invited by Wayne and Claire Wagner in Casa Hogar Daycare and Orphanage to help out.
We can't change the past they came from, but we can light a softer sun. Cast a whole girl, beating like one heart.
Gracias a Dios.
Wayne and Claire took us for our first real Mexican tacos. They also got us up to speed about the do's and don'ts in Mexico, how to check out restaurants, source groceries and clean drinking water. Thanks again for everything. La Bufadora is located 17 miles south of Ensenada, on the Punta Banda Peninsula, and is one of the world's largest marine geysers, shooting water over 100 feet in the air. Before reaching the blowhole, you pass through a crowded tourist market. Vendors call out from every direction, trying to sell you something, often with lines like, "Come on in, I'll sell you everything you don't need," or jokes about Mexican Nikes, meaning flip-flops.
Mexico! Ensenada!
Real, man.
Real?
It's Mexico,
Yeah.
not China.
Not China?
China, it's a real Mexicano. 100%.
I'm from Canada. We don't have scorpions. We got bears.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Like that is like working now that one. I put the wing like that is there. It go like those sizes. At least the next one working like those sizes. This is the morning I finish that one.
Wow. You're very talented.
Something nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
It's busy, but the friendly vibe and the smell of fresh food makes it very enjoyable. Trying to make a picture of the sign is a task, with so many people walking around. When we were visiting, it was low tide, so the geyser was not very powerful. Before we left El Meneadero, there was one more stop to make, Licenciado Benito Juarez Park, where you can find all kinds of animals made with used tires. The statues placed in the park are remarkably accurate. It's a nice place to walk around and enjoy the friendly atmosphere. From Ensenada, we followed Mexico 1 south until we hit La Provincia. Here we entered the road to the Sierra de San Pedro Martir National Park. The road leading to the park was a 100-kilometer paved road that dwindled through the countryside and slowly climbed up from sea level to 2,750 meters. Caution: make sure your tanks are full because there is no fuel available on this road. The road kept surprising us with free roaming cows that grazed at the local church and gorgeous vistas with lush mountain views. Halfway, we stopped for lunch. At the Condor viewpoint, we stopped and had no expectations to see them. But we were wrong, and within a few minutes we saw the first California condor swerving in the sky, and before we knew it, there was a handful of these magnificent birds, flying and soaring over our head. It was magical, and after probably 10 minutes, they drifted away on the terminal winds, not to be seen again. At the viewpoint, we also met John, a fellow traveler, originally from Australia, and got into a very nice conversation with him. We didn't know at the time, but our paths would cross again multiple times in the upcoming weeks, and we found a new friend. We all continued our way up the mountain road, and Ruby and I went for a hike.
So we are 2 kilometers on the hike, and yeah, you can tell like it's a tough one. This morning it was 21 degrees here, almost at the top it's plus 10. But we are managing through, and I hope we will be back before it's dark, and 6 kilometers to go, so we keep you updated.
Well, we're about 3 kilometers into our hike and I'm not feeling so great. I puked on the trail. Ruby is a little wobbly. And we don't know if it is the height, like we were at sea level for most of the week. And now we're almost at 3,000 meters elevation. Or it was the sandwich that we bought at the grocery store. I don't know. But we'll plow through, hopefully we'll make it. And they say the view is worth it.
We made it this far already, so I won't quit.
You maybe.
No. It's almost dark and still about 3 kilometers to do.
Yeah, we're on our way back. We made it to the viewpoint, to both viewpoints actually.
Yeah.
But you probably have seen that in the video already. But we were too tired to talk. Still not feeling great, but you know what? It's only going down this way, so it's not so bad.
We rode out early, cap full of dust, paper map folded, tank full of trust. Mile after mile, the trail got mean, deep ruts, red gravel, and cactus green. Left wheel slipping, right tire digs, truck keeps climbing through the big hard rigs. One more ridgeline, one more bend, I can taste the ocean at the far end. Bring that truck, we make it through the muck. Bring that truck, our old hearts strong and tough. Sandy roads,
What happened?
We just went through a big hole and the sway bar link popped off. So that's okay. Right there. Normally it's connected to the front axle, but yeah, I guess not anymore.
Okay, welcome to Baja.
Welcome to Baja.
Engine moaning, frame shakes low. Still we're moving slow and slow. Past the dry wash, past the thorn. Every scrape inside means we're almost home. Bring that truck, bring that truck. We make it through the mud. Bring that truck, bring that truck. Our old hearts strong and tough. Sandy roads, rocky roads. We hold the line and go. Bring that truck, bring that truck to the ocean glow. And when the trees open, there it was, blue water breathing, breathing. Just because we parked that wonder on the sand, hand in hand.
Ruby found us a camping spot that promised ocean views. The drive up the cliff was worth well all the effort we had to put into it. We slowly get used to the Mexican roads that are smaller than our Canadian 2-lane highways in Alberta. We are used to potholes, but the topies, aka Mexican speed bumps, are new and keep us on our toes. The topies come in different forms, heights, and with or without warning signs. They are the ultimate suspension test. The many cactuses vary in shape and size. We often stop to look at the different shapes, snap a picture, or just admire the view. One thing that really surprised us was the amount of garbage and empty bottles on the side of the road. For us, it's a no-brainer to collect our garbage and dispose it in a responsible manner. We wish others would do the same. The landscape is ever-changing, from dry desert to big boulder gardens and oases lined with palm trees. It makes the drive very scenic. In between Cataviña and Rancho Santa Ynez, we stopped for the Cataviña Pinturas Rupestres. The beautiful laid-out site and trails have explanatory panels. Unfortunately for us, they're only in Spanish. There is a bit of a climb to get to the paintings. However, it is short and reasonable. Most people should not have a problem accessing them. The ancient rock paintings on granite boulders were created by indigenous people centuries ago. They show humans, animals, and geometric designs. We crawled in the cave and gazed at the beautiful, preserved paintings.
Wow, nice lunch.
Yeah, well, we have to make toast because the bread we bought is so dry. You have to basically soak it first before you can eat it. So I'm just making toast.
Another day full of adventure was running on its end. Although the previous camp spot was magnificent, it wasn't beach camping. Ruby scouted the iOverlander app and found a surfer's paradise named Santa Rosalita. This quiet fishing village has some amenities, but is best known as an access point for travelers to explore the Pacific side of the peninsula. We plowed through the soft sand to reach the south side of the beach. Here we set up camp for the night.
Update. We are fully recovered.
Yes, we are back in business.
Back in business. See the beautiful sunset here. We just made it out to this beautiful beach. I think it's La Rosalita?
La Rosarita. Yeah,
La Rosarita.
yeah.
Okay, it's beautiful here.
The morning started slow and we took in the views. Ruby found a good spot to do some stretching.